Hey y'all, good morning. Good morning. I am going to flip this and see what I've done already in this book. I'm having a little issue with this chat thing. Let me see. It's saying that my chat can't be opened. Hmm. Chat restream took too long to respond. Oh, I wonder if that's going to get resolved. Anyway, let me take the overlay away. Just do full screen. I wanted to flip through this book. I have not opened this book up in several months. I've started some pages, I've finished some pages. Some pages I've been looking at. I don't know what's going on with this. Oh, what was I doing with this? Oh, I was numbering the pages. So I have new supplies. I got a new mindset. So I'm going to look and see if I want to work in this one today or for a week. I can't just do this one for a day. I have to do this one at least for a week. And it's just a perfect book. This book is out of print, out of publication. When it first came out, it was $15. Now, if you find it, it's on eBay or somewhere, and it's priced ridiculously. But I stalked it. I didn't know anything about this book until I saw Bubbles. I think she had it, and she was talking about it, and I was like, "Oh, this looks like something that I would like." So I do know one of the YouTube colorists on here has a copy of this, and I guess she's not really feeling it. I don't know the lady's name, but she listed it on eBay, and she only colored one page out of it. So if you keep looking, if there's something that if this is a book or any book that you see that you might want to get, you know, keep your head up and just keep looking and just digging. I wouldn't be surprised if you find one of these books at somebody's estate sale or something. So we're going to look and see what I had done in this book. Okay. Okay. Let's make sure this button falls. So, um, I, well, I was trying to decide, do I want the mouse or the mice to be white or gray or whatever. So in some of these pages, the mice are colored, and some of them they are not. I did put um, Prismacolors, ink tints. This one is done with ink tints. I did write on some of them what I use. Like this one, I listed it as Prismacolors, but I tend to go back and put other products on top. See, now I have some more gouache, and actually I found a page in here that I did do with gouache, and I've got some more watercolors. I got some different pencils, so sometimes I'll come back and color with the new items that I have. So that's really what I'm looking for in this one because I got a lot of new supplies. So I really like that one. I'm going to leave this mouse that color. And then this one, I added some metallic watercolor, no, metallic markers, acrylic markers. And yeah, I saw somebody do a color line with this one, and I do want to kind of do it, but uh, it's so. First of all, it's depressing. This little mouse is RIP along with the other uh, mouse heads. This person had done the picture like they were looking into the bottom of a hole or something, and then you could see the light coming down. And this mouse was, illuminated, and then all the rest of it were kind of dark color, which I think was a really good approach. Like I can't see myself coloring this yellow and red and bright colors because it's gloomy. I haven't even thought about this page, but it's interesting. And everybody's done the house. A lot of people have done the house. I'm not sure. I know I'm going to change this blue in here. That blue is not working. But I started this one using Prismacolors and Crayola crayon pencils. So I need to finish the background, do some more detail on the wood, and definitely switch that blue out because it's making it look like it's outside, but this is facing the woods, and it's actually a wall inside of the house. So beautiful. Now this is really, I mean, it looks tragic to me. It looks like a storm, but look at this duck. Like you can go a lot of different angles with this. It's like a houseboat. It looks like something like in Shanghai, uh, like houseboats, and I don't know. Only thing that's missing is any activity except for this mouse. I mean, mouse. This duck, and this duck puts things into perspective. This duck is huge compared to the size of everything else. And when you visit your books again, you get to see more things than you saw before. Because I didn't even thought I saw that duck. And I actually wrote down the color pencils that I wanted to use or whatever media. I need to erase those because it's not even that serious. Because a lot of the pencil sets that I had, I gave away. This one is really nice. He's walking up to the podium. Oh, and I like this page, these double pages, because it looks like a magazine or a comic book. I use a lot of different things. In this one, I chose to leave the mice white. I don't think they're going to remain white. I just chose to leave them white. It's really hard to pick out colors to color books. You got to have a whole thing. So, but anyway, that one was very interesting. And this one I just based with color. It's not, I have not come back through and put any pencils down. So it's time for me to do that with this one. But I just felt like when I was doing this page, I used a whole bunch of stuff I can't even remember that I wanted the colors to be just like this. Now, the only thing that I think I may change, I don't like that color. And definitely put some more colors. I do not like that color blue for that uh, cape. Now, I was looking at this today. Well, today, just a little bit ago. This is a fox that is getting ready to be. It's going through some entanglement, and then it finally meets the mouse guard or one of the mouse guards, and this mouse guard has a axe. I think it's called something. I don't know. And it just was not aware. And then this mouse guard shoves that weapon in the back of the spine of the fox. And then here's the fox. RIP. So I definitely would have to start with this one and then work my way around. It's a beautiful page. For some reason, I just wanted to put yellow on the flags. Not sure why. Now, this is the worst picture that I've colored in here. I did use 5 and below gouache. Now, I'm not blaming the fact that I did this and it looks horrible with 5 and below. I'm not blaming it, and I'm not blaming it on the gouache, that 5 and below gouache. But anyway, it was a science experiment. So, got those. This was another science experiment. I don't even know what I was doing, but I did try to change the background to black. It just didn't work. I don't know what I was doing with these. Oh, I'm gonna try to save them with my Arteza acrylic markers. This one I've been working on. It's a science experiment. I use some titanium white watercolor ground so that I can use markers on here. And when I tell you, it just changed the whole thing and it created an ashy undertone. So then I put other stuff on top, watercolors, acrylics, pencils. I mean, I just put everything on top. So it looks a lot better than it did when I initially started it, but it still has a haze. I do not recommend titanium white watercolor ground. I don't recommend it for anything unless it's a white canvas. So if you do use watercolor grounds, use the translucent. So anyway, it's still a work in progress, and I'm happy that I was able to save it because it was really looking scary. It might look scary now to some of y'all, but girl, I feel better with it. But I still can come in, and I've got everything else to color. This one I saw Miss Dee Dee Wellingham do it, so I put a little sticker with her name. She used the Neocolor twos, so I haven't got back around, but I know this is the color along that I want to do with her. This one, I used my Faber-Castell watercolor pens. I don't even know what the heck that is. I didn't know I had any Faber-Castell watercolor pens. I think I must have meant pencils. I don't know what I meant. But this one can surely use me coming back in with some of my new supplies. I definitely would change the color of this. I don't know what was going on with that. And then I add some pops of color with that. But yeah, I don't know why I chose that one, but it happened. This one I did do as a color along. I used Arteza watercolor something, but I'm sure I used other things. So I'm gonna stop reading what I wrote down here because that didn't work out. This could benefit with some pops of color to define. I don't think I put pencil on the mouse, so, but I was really focusing in on learning how to illuminate this globe. And you can see the little spot in the middle, and then it's kind of like going around and making it like illuminate. I really wanted to illuminate outside it, but anyway, I was practicing. See, when you practice, nobody gets hurt. You know, some random watercolor, random pencils collection or watercolor collection. I was going to go ahead and put all the colors up there. Random. I don't have any stickers to tell me what I used. Now I have Kohinoor water woodless pencils listed here, but I'm sure I use other things. I might have, I don't know, child, don't even give me the line. But I know I could tell when I got some uh, metallic markers that I used it in there to embellish it. And yeah, I really like how the perspective, how big these birds are compared to the mouse guard. Look how big his sword is. This bird has to hold the this is the part that delivers the thing to the head or the heart, the sword, and this mouse is holding it up, but this bird is actually, has the sling for it. This one I know I use ink tints for it, and I've worked it a couple times. I was trying to really figure out how to do the water. I do need to come back in here and add some white to these little water spots. I think that will make it pop. I'm up on the fence about coloring the mice because I like them just kind of like until I decide how I want to color them. I didn't add any embellishment on there, but it was cute. And this one I have labeled as a color along with somebody. I can't remember who it is. The sticker fell out. I was practicing trying to color fur. Coloring fur is very, very hard. I'll use a lot of grays, some blacks, and then I do some blues in there. So, and this is just base. This is just, nothing is set in stone. So that's open. I think I put some ink tints. Ink tints works really good. Ink tints pencils. And I suppose the blocks and everything work really well. But yeah, this is gonna be a color along with somebody that I saw. I don't know who it is. Okay, so I think this was one of the first pages that I colored in this book, and I did a lot of different things on it. It was just glittering a little bit. I tried to do the mice all three different colors, and I used some gel pens for the butterflies. I think I was trying to figure out how to illuminate the lamps. I did it a little bit. You can see right there, kind of shining. This was actually a fun page to do. Um, I wouldn't. This is finished. These two pages are finished. You can tell when they're finished because I won't talk about the colors that I changed. I actually like how I did this. I wish I'd have went in and done some more pencils, but as you can see, it is shining, and that means I put some type of coating over it. So I will not be able to rework it, and I don't really think I want to. I like how it is. Yep. I saw a couple of people color this one. I haven't, gotten around to it yet. And then I used watercolor, Albert Durick watercolor, Faber-Castell, and I was just learning. I love the dandelions, and I was going real easy with the Faber-Castell Albert Durick, but you don't have to go so easy. But anyway, so these are finished. I'm not doing anything else to these. And then I used Faber-Castell watercolors on this one also. I like how I didn't get tempted to do the white on the fox because foxes do have pure, well, from what we can see, pure white parts in their coat. So I did go through and add some different colors for oranges, orange, reds, and browns for the actual top coat. And yeah, so I like that one. These I just went through because I got those metallic acrylic markers. I just went through and just did those, just the swords and then the cape. So these are ready to be colored. This one I've worked several times. I did started it with pencils, just put watercolor down. It's the mice are still white. This mouse, this mongoose is colored. Um, this one I can still go in and add some stuff to it. It's not finished. And then with the new supplies I have, I can do that. You can tell I haven't opened this book. It's crinkling. It's I love this one, the mongoose. And yeah, all I did was I had something left over on my brush or something, and I just colored the. I think it's a quail. I don't know. It's one of those things with that thing up in there. It's not a quail. I don't know what that type of bird that is. Untouched pages, which I'm glad. I like to leave the untouched pages because I don't want to like touch every page. I want to finish and complete some of them. This one, I don't know what I use. I know Inktense was part of it. I did try to follow a color along with somebody with this because I would not have colored a snail like that. So I did use a color along with somebody, and I don't know who it is. So, and this is a little bit of whatever I had in my hand. I do like this. They need to come back through and then add. This is watercolor. I remember everything was colored except for that. So I do know I need to come back with watercolor. And then also pencils. So no pencils was on here. This is all watercolor. So it's still bare. This one I've been working on for a minute, doing a lot of different things with it. I think I even used distress inks, Inktense, pencils, just everything. I actually like this picture. I did use, watercolors. I think it's sparkling watercolors. Something Bubble sent me. Um, these things, and these are really nice. These are Artis liquid ink brushes. She sent me these, and I think it was a whole set. And I do like these. You got to be very careful with them. These are very serious because this pure liquid. So you got to be very careful when you're using it because it could make a splash on your pages, but it does have the brush tip. I really do like these. There's a couple of them that are almost empty. You can't buy these separately. I'm not sure what. I don't know. I'm not sure. I guess she got sick of them, or maybe she doesn't like this type of stuff. But when she sent me this box one time, girl, I almost fainted. I was like, oh my goodness, I love all of these. And I do use those for background. Thank you again, Miss Bubbles, for those. This one I call a science experiment because I have changed the background so many times. Finally, the background for this, because I had it a whole bunch of different crazy colors. And I don't really like this background, but it's okay. I use one of these sharp. I probably use one of these. I don't know, one of these Sharpie acrylic markers when they came out because this background has been at least 5 different colors. The it's not finished, of course, but I think I got it calmed down enough where I'm okay with adding pencil on top of whatever it is I have. I didn't put anything down that I can't add pencil over. So I love this Ataxi. I have a new method to do fur. So got a bunch of tails to deal with. There's some RIP mice. Yeah, this book is a whole war. Okay, this is now this was the first thing that I did. I had a vision with it, and it still can happen. So I basically based everything. So I have not come through with pencils or anything, but I want to address these bubbles. Hey, bubbles! I want to address these bubbles, and I wanted to try to figure out ways to do it. And I saw a couple of people do it. And I even wrote it on my thing, bubbles, and I said white ink. So I this is anytime I can go back through and put my pencil work in, and but at least it's based. So, but yeah, I want to figure out the bubble situation, how I'm going to deal with these things because I think that's going to make the whole thing really pop. So I did a little blingage with stuff I know I was okay with, but yeah, that's not finished. This is another beautiful page. I've seen a lot of people do that really nicely. This book has lots of pages in it. I think it's well worth it. I think this is a nice treat. I've seen a lot of people do this snake, and this mouse guard is riding the snake. It's harnessed up on the snake's head, and so they were using that as a means of transportation. And all I did was put some was this metallic? I don't know what I put for the border. Another snake and the eggs. Like this is like the mouse guard is like either has come upon this and is getting ready to attack it, and this one snake has some eggs. So I don't know. I need to read the book. These are all of the swords that the mouse guard uses, the swords and the helmets and the shields. So this could be definitely metallic, and so now I have some metallic colors and some metallic products. Very, very regal. I thought I had started this page, and I'm so glad I didn't. I think there's another page that looks like this because I've seen a couple of people do color alongs, and it looks really, really nice. See, I have lots of new pages that I have not touched. This one, I just kind of went in and based how I wanted these 3 mice to look. So, and these shields were already colored that I didn't color those. So, and this is a beautiful. I didn't do anything to that. That's how it came. Yeah. This is another science experiment page. I'm just trying different things that I had. I will be changing the color of the background for this and that. I don't like that color, but and I will be brightening up these mice. This is like a inside of the factory where they're working. This one I just had an acrylic marker pen, and I just colored the leaves, and I left the rim around the leaf so I can put. I think I'm gonna put some yellow and brownish color around there. So I saw somebody do this page with the distress ink, so I don't know what I was doing right there, but I didn't do too much damage because it's still workable. And child, who's blowing a horn? Anyway, I was just playing around with these two. I like the colors. I'm okay with it. These are finished. I'm not doing anything with it. Okay, so this one I was practicing watercolors, and as you notice, nothing went through. So you can put watercolor in here. Just don't put too much water. You can use ink tints. You can use gouache. You can use wet items. You just have to be mindful and demure. This one, I started out doing it as a color along, and then I kind of switched it up. And I don't really like, I need to put some white something to define his beak. It's still not finished, but I did change up the water. I think once I put some white accents around here to brighten up the feathers, the beak, and maybe some white lines going down these leaves. I mean, blades of grass. I think that'll be fine. I'm not going to do too much with that one. This was the first page that I did in this book. I do want to come back in and make these bubbles pop, but I like how I did this little fish. This little fish is running for its dear life. You see how I outline the fish? That's what I want to do with the bubbles. Maybe add some glossy accent or something. But this little mouse guard is determined to have a goldfish sandwich. And I don't know what I used in that one, but I like it. It's finished. I'm not doing anything else to that. Yep, still some empty pages. I got this page confused with that other page. I even thought I colored this page already. I'm glad I didn't. So this one I had some leftover paint coloring something. I had some leftover paint. So instead of wasting it, I put it on that. And then that background, I just got started. So this one actually was a messed up picture. It got messed up and then I kind of saved it a little bit. It's still a work in progress. It got messed up because I put watercolors on here and it went through. So, yeah. And that's just me counting the pages. This one I can't wait because you see that expression on that owl? Now this one, I don't know. I was using whatever I had. I actually like this page. I need to not do anything to it until I determine what I really want to do. My mistake was putting this glossy paint, and I think I can cover it over now that I got acrylic markers. So I will be changing this shiny background on that. And this one, whenever I had some weird colors in my hand, I love this picture. I love this. I will be changing out the tips of these things. I don't like that color, and this I don't like. So it's nothing final. So I can switch it up. But whenever I have something in my hand and I want to go and see how to color something wood a different color, I always come back to that page. This one I was doing as a color along with Miss Didi, not Miss Didi, Miss Zucchini Kitty. And it's just in the middle. I just haven't even started it. And then I started just doing my own thing with it. And then that's just that was an actual page, but I use that as a science experiment. So, yeah. How long has this video been? 28 minutes. So I think I'm going to put a little time in this book. I'll put this one at the edge of my desk. I'll put a little bit of time in this one and see what I want to finish or what new products that I do have to add to this. It's a really nice book. I really do like this book. This is one of my favorites. So my voice is crackling. It is allergy season. I've got some folks visiting from out of town, going down south. They're coming from the New York area. So let me go ahead and attend to my guests, make coffee, breakfast, and all that. And then we're going to go out to Silver Spring Mall. And then they will be and probably have something to eat. And then they will be finishing their commute on down to the North Kakalakis, North Carolina. If y'all don't know what North Kakalaki is. All right, I'm not going down with them. I wish I could, but no. I'm not feeling all that great. I feel like I'm going to get sick for Thanksgiving. I just feel it. I don't know if it's just the allergies or what. But anyway, thank y'all for watching my video, and I will see you all later. Let me put my little exit thing in that Miss Sincere Nadia made for me. Thank you.